So when I start talking to guys about relationships and all of those things that you and I keep talking about, one word keeps coming up over and over, and it's this word acceptance. Now, when you and I think about acceptance, we often think about, do other people accept us for who we are, all those things? Do people like who we are? And that's not a bad place to think or to focus on. But here is a question I want to pose to you. Do you accept yourself? Now, I know for guys, we often don't want to turn into our hearts and really think about that, but that's a really good question that each of us need to be tackling every single day. See, guys, acceptance of ourselves is where true healing begins. And I'm just going to call this out right now. Until you and I begin to accept ourselves for who we are right now, not who we want to be tomorrow, but right now, we cannot go out into this world and thrive and make the dent that we want to make. Acceptance is huge. And what I have found, there are three things that have helped me to stay focused on what it means to accept myself every single day. And the first is this: focus on what you have now, not what you want now. And those are two different things. See, gratefulness is really hard for us to come by in today's world. We often forget about the things that we have, that we've collected, or all those things, and we've got a lot to be grateful for. Chances are you're watching this video right now on a really expensive device, sitting on your couch, maybe in your office, and there's food in the refrigerator not too far away from where you're at. Guys, we've got a lot to be grateful for. And when we forget about what we have now, we often focus on what we want now. And that means we often focus on the guy that we're not. But when we focus on what we have right now, it helps us to remember of who we are and how important that is right now. The second is this: focus on what is working and what isn't, and not on what isn't. We love to fix broken stuff. In fact, as men, I bet we could just wish we could travel this world just fixing everything that is broken. And that's not a bad quality to have. But oftentimes that means we focus on our weaknesses instead of our strengths. And that's been quite the journey for me. I remember for years, I used to focus on things that I wasn't very good at, and I tried to get better at those things, and nothing ever really changed. But when I began to focus on my strengths, what I was really good at, and what I could contribute, that's when things started to click. See, it's important for you and I to focus on what we are good on now, and not focus on what really isn't working in our lives. Focus on our strengths and not our weaknesses. And the last thing is this: focus on today and let tomorrow worry about itself. Guys, we love the future. I love the future. I love dreaming. I love thinking about what could be and what will be. And those things will be there. But not if we lose focus on what we need to do and who we are today. There's a great amount of focus that you and I need to begin having when it comes to being the man we need to be today. I think it's amazing to set goals. I set goals all the time. And I think it's important for us to work towards those goals. But what does it look like for you to focus on today and let tomorrow and all the worries that come along with it, just let them go. Don't worry about tomorrow and all those things. The future is going to be there. But if we get caught up in the future right now, that future will never come because we'll worry so much about it that we'll forget about what's happening today. Guys, our struggle with acceptance is real. It's something I have dealt with for most of my life. But in order for you and I to be the men that we want to be the man the world needs us to be, we need to let go of these things. We need to focus on what we have in our lives right now and accept who we are. If we can learn to do that, I can promise you the world will look different and we will be better for it. So here's what I want you to do. In the comment section below, wherever you're watching this video, I want you to just say, which one of these three things do you really struggle with? Engage in this conversation. Take some action steps today. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.